Whew, okay, so it has been a very long time since I have vlogged like this, like I think almost 10 years, so please bear with me. But I thought that I would try a little bit of a different setup because in about an hour and a half, it is officially going to be the Enchanted Readathon. So that's my 24-hour readathon. I have challenges all set up, and I mean, I'm just super excited because it's just going to be a day devoted to reading. I have snacks, I have cozy spaces all set up, I've got drinks, I've got tea. It's, yeah, pretty well all planned. I've got a couple of friends coming over and we're just gonna read for 24 hours. And I'm really excited. Okay, so since we've got a little bit of time to kill, I thought that I would give you a rundown of my TBR for this readathon. Now, I know it's overly ambitious, I'm not going to get to all of these books, but you never know. This right here is my stack of books. On top here, I have The Chrysalids by John Wyndham, and that is actually a book that I read in high school, but I hardly remember it, and I know that I've been wanting to read it again, so I figured now might be a good time. It's not a very long book, but it is kind of a dystopian book, so we will see how that one goes. Then next I have one of the memoirs that I want to read, and that is Lauren Graham's Talking as Fast as I Can. And this is actually a book that I bought my mom for Christmas, which she read, and she knew that I wanted to read it, so she lent it to me. And I am really excited to read this because Gilmore Girls, we really watched the heck out of that show, and we always, well, I always compared it that my mom was Lorelai and I was Rory, because the age difference was very similar and our relationship is very similar, so I'm very excited to read that. Next memoir is Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody, and I think that this is basically a bunch of essays collected that she wrote, and I'm excited. I feel like Anna Kendrick is just, she is a scrappy little person. I wouldn't call her a nobody, but I'm very excited to read her take on a lot of things, and I think it's going to be hilarious. And I just think that she is someone that a lot of people can look up to. I have Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. This has been on my TBR for a while now. It is the first book in a series of The Great Library. And this one is basically about one massive library that has everything and they need to protect the books, and chaos ensues and adventure happens. Then a book that I have been waiting on for ages, it seems, and that is Everless by Sarah Holland. I feel like this has been all over BookTube, so I don't think I really need to tell you about this, but just to give you a basic rundown, basically currency is time, or time is currency, I should say, and a girl wants to buy more time for her father, so she returns to an estate that they used to live at. Lastly, we have Menagerie by Rachel Vincent. It's been a while since I've read something by Rachel Vincent, but I did pick this up, I think, the day it released, so I've had this again for a while, but it's all about kind of like a carnival situation, and there is one girl who could potentially make everything amazing or completely ruin it. And those are the books on my TBR, so we will see how many of those that I get to, if I maybe just get to one, or if I get to all of them, which I really doubt, but I will be keeping you apprised to how many pages I've read, what books I've read, and then I'll do a full rundown at the end. I am currently still about halfway through Ready Player One, so I don't know if I'm going to finish that or if I want to start a book fresh, but we'll see how I feel. And the next thing that I wanted to show you guys is actually my challenge wall, and this is an idea that kind of came to me that I don't think I've seen before. At least I hope I haven't. It's kind of cool if this is sort of a new idea, but basically in all of these different readathon videos, I always see challenges or things that people do to sort of break up the day, and I thought I would do a little spin on that by doing a challenge wall. So basically anytime that you feel sort of antsy or like you want to do something, you can pick a number from the wall, rip it off, and then the thing underneath is what you do. This is the wall. I have it just above my couch. I have Enchanted Readathon up there, and I have all the different numbered pieces. So I have blue paper, and then underneath I have green paper saying what the challenge is. So I will do a demo of one of these actually when my friends get here, because I want to sort of give them a rundown of how it'll work as well. Okay, so I just checked on my phone and there is 5 minutes to go, so I have decided to pop some tea in, so then that way I have a fresh, you know, pot of tea to keep me awake. And I'm going to use one of my biggest mugs to house said tea, because I drink a lot of tea anyway, and I need to drink a lot of tea today.
Great bookshelf. Let's suggest, like, Jeff is like, when we get a house, we get on the bottom of
Like, I was gonna do that whole room. You were in that office, right?
Yeah.
I did the whole thing.
All right, so the readers are here and we are going to do the first challenge.
Oh,
all right,
God.
now this is just
challenge.
it's kind of a challenge, but we're gonna take it slow right now, and I'm going to pick the first one. But from here on out, you guys can really pick them unless it's not daytime, and I don't think that that's a number you should pick. So, Jen, if you could pick number 5.
TBR. To be read.
Yes. All right. So that means take a picture of the TBR pile that you have brought and post it onto social media.
We haven't even started.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I feel like I should keep that in. All right. So first book is, I've decided I'm going to continue on reading Ready Player One. Don't you cry. Oh, you're starting with the Drew Barrymore one.
Yeah.
Lovely. So we're really bad at this. It is 2:54 and we have not made much headway because we keep having really good book chats. Like really good book chats.
And this book's terrible.
And we're all having a lot of difficulty with the books that we're reading. So we're gonna take a break and possibly do one of the challenges.
Challenge.
And yeah, just recharge our batteries. The challenge that was chosen is numero 3. I don't know what the term is. All right, go ahead.
2. Stay awake. We can do it. We got this one.
It's your interpretation of how to stay awake.
That was not helpful.
Tips, tricks, things to do. Slap your face, put some water in your face.
This book anymore.
Get a different book. That's how we stay awake. New book. New book.
New book.
I can't.
Oh,
So bad.
you're putting it down.
Putting it down. Moving.
Are you continuing on with Drew?
Yeah. She's not that bad.
That's bad. So
Ah.
I'm looking for Alaska.
That one may make you cry. So.
Oh no!
I don't know how I stay awake. I hang out with these two apparently.
Giggling keeps you awake.
Giggling keeps me awake. Is the monster working for you?
Maybe. It's gone.
It's gone, and you're still awake.
And I'm still alive.
So we've got that. And for me, I'm just drinking more tea. Yep. It's cold now. But I don't know what I want to do. If I want to continue on with Ready Player One or if I want to start something new.
Start something new.
Should I start something new?
Yeah.
Does this have conversation?
Yeah.
Yes, it has dialogue.
It's about a bunch of kids in school.
Alright, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty really getting into Ready Player One, so I'm going to switch things up, and I'm going to read Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. And I have reading hair, don't I? It's a mess. So I'm having an issue. It is 6 o'clock and I am the world's slowest reader today. But it did help that I am now moved on to Scrappy Little Nobody because it is moving a lot quicker, which makes me feel better. But I'm still reading oddly slow. So I don't know how many books I'm actually going to get through, but I'm going to make another tea. It is 20 to 8 in the morning, and we are still awake. Only just.
Really?
Because a lot of us have reread the same page many times. And I am realizing I'm old. And I cannot stay up for 24 hours like I could when I was younger. But look, daylight. It's happening. I'm taking a break for a little bit. And
Breakfast!
you want breakfast now, or do you want to rest eyes?
I want to rest eyes.
I think we're going to rest our eyes for a little bit. But we have plans. We're gonna rock this, ladies.
16 hours to go.
Woo, math!
Is that right?
Yep, so resting my eyes for a little bit turned into a 2-hour nap. I think we are going to freshen up a bit and try and get some breakfast. And then get back into reading. Because that's the whole point, right? Huzzah! I look like I'm somewhat human again. And I think the task now is to potentially get food. I feel like we should pick number 12 on the wall. Where's number 12?
Oh.
Oh.
Adventure! Food adventure?
I think a food adventure is very much called for. We need sustenance and more caffeine to make it through.
Did you say collectively we've read 2 books?
No.
No, not even.
Book and a half.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
I have a third done of one.
Maybe
and
one
then
book.
Almost half of the second one.
We're awful at this, but we're getting food.
We're good at socializing.
Yeah, that's
real
good.
at socializing.
You know what? We are well-accomplished human beings who can have social interaction.
And eat food.
Yay! Alright, so we did a little cheeky trip to Chapters, and I did not get anything because I was just there on Friday and I bought I bought a book then. But what'd you get?
I got this one and this one.
Classic. And then Jen got Scrappy Little Nobody.
Yeah.
So all 3 of us are apparently reading Scrappy Little Nobody because it's Anna Kendrick, and Anna Kendrick is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm going to change, I think, back into PJ type comfy clothes, and then we can get back to more reading after I think I make another tea.
My version of twerking? Like, come on.
It's my fave.
More tea? Alright, so we are going to get back into reading, and
book.
we're going to read. It's right there. We are going to read, and we have refreshed our drinks, and it's gonna happen. We've got Disney playing in the background, and Full Bellies from Brecky, and away we go. It finally happened. I finished my first book. Yeah! After, you know, trying to read another book and not really working that out. And it's only 4:35 in the afternoon. Oh God. That took a really long time. So we are taking a break. All of us have finished one book so far, thank goodness. And the next challenge on the wall, which I think at this point we know we're not getting to all of them.
Unless
Because
we just start ripping them all off now.
we're finally reading. What number did you pick?
14.
14. Because she wants to balance it out.
Need some green over here.
Oh no.
What does it say?
It's a sing-along.
Karaoke.
Mulan. Which one are we gonna sing? Can we do the other Mulan song? Which one? Let's get down to
Yeah, that one.
To defeat the Huns.
Huh.
Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns.
Huh.
Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
Shauna.
Mister, I'll make a man out of you. You must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of the great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Are we awake?
Yes. We're rare giggling now.
What comment did you
I
make?
was like, why is there a screw in her ankle? Well, she's like
She's a
robot.
cyborg, dude.
What am I reading?
Cinder.
I haven't actually read the back of this. She's a robot.
She's a cyborg, friend.
Robot Cinderella?
Alright, so it is about 6:30 and we are taking a food break. I am currently in the process of reading Everless, which I love the rose gold embossment here. It's beautiful. Cover, not so beautiful, but it's still nice. It's just plain white. I'm a couple of chapters into it right now, and I'm okay with it. I'm seeing the goodness that can happen with this book, so I'm excited to keep going. But we need to fill our tummies again, so that's what we're gonna do now. It's gotten much darker out. It's 8 o'clock. It is 8:15, and that means it's dinner time, basically. So we got some walk box, yum yums, and basically regaining sustenance while we watch some YouTube, and then back to reading. It's 9 o'clock, so 3 hours left. Still working on Everless. On page 58. Yeah, I'm not finishing this book tonight, but I'm going to try and read as much as I can. How's yours coming along?
Okay.
Okay?
Page 183.
You're gonna finish
Of
it.
300.
You're totally finishing it.
Working on it, trying, do my best.
Yeah. 20 minutes left, guys. And I am over halfway done my book. There is no way I'm finishing it though, like I said before. That was ambitious. Yeah. This is a lot of reading. This is a lot of reading. But it's great. So great. I'm so tired. Alright, that's it. I'm calling it. It's, what, 5 minutes to now?
Yep.
Yeah? Alright. I'm gonna say I'm done. Yeah. I was so tired. Like, I'm surprised how tired I am.
Worst.
Yeah, we didn't do all the challenges, but I didn't really expect us to. I want to see what my fortune is. You grab a cookie.
I'll whip it at you.
You're gonna whip a cookie at me? Oh, God. Oh, wait, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, let's see after all that reading.
Take separators out.
What's my fortune? You are a dreamer, and your thinking is inspirational. I do agree I'm a dreamer, but I don't know about being inspirational. I mean, we did just do a 24-hour readathon, so if you follow me, it might not be the smartest thing that you've ever done, but yeah. And you know what? Wait, what time is it now? It's still like 5 minutes. The cool thing is, it's gonna be your birthday.
I don't wanna. I'm gonna be an old lady.
Yeah. Midnight celebration of birthday. After a lot of reading and overtiredness. I'm gonna tally up my pages. So I tallied up my page count for today, and it was 513 pages. Shauna?
Oh God. 584.
Jen?
504.
586? I don't know. 580 something.
Now you're lying. 580 something.
And I think before I either go to bed or before I go away tomorrow, I will give a wrap-up of my thoughts of the books and whatever that I read. But for now, I'm calling it a night.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. Okay, so it's a week later, and I did not film this wrap-up like I was kind of hoping I would. I was way too tired Monday morning, so I basically slept in as late as my body would let me, and then I had to go away for my cousin's birthday party, and then it's been work all week. So I am just getting to this now. This is actually the day that I am posting this video. Everything else that you've just seen I've already edited, and I'm just going to tag this in at the end because I said I would do a wrap-up, and I will. Now, this was my first readathon, so I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be as good as I kind of hoped I would be, because normally I am a very fast reader. I can get through a book pretty quickly, but man, the readathon, I was just a slow reader. And it didn't help that I did have friends over reading with me, so we kind of distracted each other, but it was such a fun day. Like, I had so much fun reading with my friends and then going out for breakfast and going to the store to go shopping for books. I think the girls and I are actually planning on doing another one already, so we are basically just comparing schedules to see if that's going to work, but we have learned from this previous experience, and we want to do more and we want to read more. I guess let's get into the books now, because I only really read 3. I read from 3 books. I only finished 1. The first book I picked up, I had anticipated finishing Ready Player One. It was 148 was the page that I started on, and I got to page 181. This took up the majority of my morning because, oh boy, we got distracted, and I was just a very slow reader, and for some reason this book is not one that I can just sit down and read all at once. I have to keep putting it down, going to another book, and then picking it back up. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, I really am enjoying it, it's just for whatever reason, this isn't the book that sort of lends itself to having me read it all at once, which most books are, so it's kind of odd for me to like keep coming back to this one. But I am really enjoying it. I'm on page 181 right now. Well, actually, a little bit further on because I've been bringing this to work with me. So I've been going back to this book still. I'm definitely going to finish it before the movie because I want to do a full review on this one. But from what I've read so far of this book, I am really enjoying it, and I cannot wait to finish it. The next book that I got into, and actually was the book that I finished for the readathon, and that is Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody. Now, this book has a few pages beforehand, kind of as an introduction, so I counted those with my pages as well. So that's why in this video, instead of it saying starting page 1, it says starting page I because it's the Roman numerals for 1, and that's how this book starts. I included the Roman numerals, so I rounded it up to about 279 pages. So that is what I'm counting for this book. It is what I kind of anticipated, so it was a bunch of essays about different periods in her life and different stories from her childhood into her adulthood. I mean, she is still very young. I think she just turned 30 or she's just over 30, but she wrote this book a couple years ago, so she was very young still when she wrote it, and there's so much more life to live. But what she has written so far from her childhood and her memories, it was very, very funny and very, very thoughtful, because there's a lot in here that I didn't even think I knew about. Like, I know there are some celebrities that you feel like you know, and I thought that she was one of them, but there's a lot that she has said in here that I was actually kind of surprised at. Like, even, I knew that when she was filming, this isn't really going to be a spoiler because she said this in interviews, but when she was filming Up in the Air, she was filming Twilight as well, so she was flying back and forth to do all of that. But the things that she has dealt with during her filming and just powering through, and the things that she's dealt with throughout her life is really, really empowering. I recommend this book. I did give it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and it's just, I recommend it. One thing that I thought was actually really funny in this book is that she talks a lot about being like the shortest person. She's always been the tiniest person in her grade, that sort of thing, and I could really empathize with that because I am also the shortest person, so a lot of her trials and tribulations that she has talked about in this book I have also dealt with, so it was kind of funny to see someone else's take on that. And the third and final book that I picked up during the readathon was Everless by Sarah Holland. Now, this is a book that I've been waiting to be released for, it seems like forever, and last Friday I picked it up just in time for the readathon, and I am so happy that I got to this one. I'm at about page 201 right now, and that's as far as I got during the readathon, but I think I might finish it this weekend because I am getting pretty invested. I'm excited to see where it goes. There's a couple of things that I think I have called, and a couple things I know I have called because I've already found out in here, but I've heard that the ending has made people gasp, so I'm excited to see how that goes. And I will say, I think I anticipate a little bit of a Mr. Darcy situation going on between two of the characters. I mean, who doesn't love a Mr. Darcy situation? So I kind of hope that it happens. I'm just excited to see how this goes and to go on the ride that is Everless. Now, I was kind of curious when I was reading the premise of this story to see how exactly she would write in the time is money, money is time situation, and I'm really happy with how she did that, because basically, without, again, getting really into spoilers, the way that it happens is you bleed yourself for money, and there's loans, and it's a whole well-realized world that I'm really keen to finish up reading because, I don't know, she's written it pretty well. I mean, there are some stereotypical things in regards to YA, but I'm trying to just overlook it because there are some decisions that the main character Jules makes that I'm like, okay, typical teenager from a book would make that decision, doesn't think about certain things, but I mean, that's just sort of what you have to anticipate with a YA. But all in all, I have been really enjoying this, and I'm excited to finish it up this weekend because I think I'm going to. So those are the 3 books that I managed to get into for the readathon for a grand total of 513 pages read. Not as much, like I said before, as I had wanted to read, but I think that was just because of the situation. I mean, it was my first readathon, I was very tired, and I had friends over, so we were all distractions to each other. And really, we didn't get into the groove of reading until about 4:30 in the afternoon. So, I mean, can you imagine how much more we could have read? We've already got things sort of worked out that we want to do another one. We just need to figure out schedules to make it happen. Alright, so sorry for like the really random setup, but I just felt like having a cozy little chat with you guys about the books that I got into for the readathon. And please let me know if you participated in the readathon. Leave a comment down below telling me what books you read, where you read from. I want to know. So be sure to like and subscribe, share this video with your friends. Stay tuned to my channel for more videos. I try and stick around the same time now, but you never know, that might vary depending on my work schedule. So every weekend though, you can anticipate a new video from me talking about books. And until next time, keep reading.